afternoon and welcome back. You are tuned in here on the Ask Avani Show on SoMetro Radio this afternoon on the Get Global Network. Today's show topic has been, what does it take to be an entrepreneur and how do you know when you are one? That's the question I have been posing this afternoon, and it's welcome back to K Rose.
Good afternoon, good morning, Avani.
Oh, yes. Oh, we do have so much fun here on the Ask Avani Show. Yes, and I was getting on my soapbox before the break. And people, I hope you did enjoy that track from Ms. Beyonce, because she was right. Her and those girls, Destiny's Child. Yes, you do need to be a survivor, especially when you want to be an entrepreneur. Oh my God. Okay, Rose, I have to just get to it because I know my time is running out on me. People, if you want to see what has been in the pod post today, please go onto my LinkedIn page and you can read today's pod post for the show. But I have to share this, K-Rose. Link 33. Oh my God. Because when I read this article, I looked at it and I realised that's so true. And I was thinking, yeah, a lot of that applies to me, and I'm sure that's going to apply to a lot of people out there. And actually, I'm wondering, and I'm sure that there's like other things that could be added to this list. And it's 10 things you must sacrifice in order to become an entrepreneur. And I'm laughing already because the number one thing for me, as I mentioned earlier, because it's just crazy, is sleep. Okay? And you know what? That was number one on the list. Okay, Rose, I just died laughing when I read this. I was like, oh my God, this is just me. and even in this article, it even says, it was quoting that famous quote, entrepreneurship, as we shared earlier, is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. We said this earlier. I'm sorry, I just had to repeat that, because that for me just sums it up, being an entrepreneur, because you are working so crazy. You ain't getting no sleep. Your health may suffer if you're not careful. So that's something you've got to be worried about, because not worried in the sense of, you're not taking care of it, but just take note of that, because obviously without your health, you can't do nothing else. That's just a given, isn't it? Sort of thing. So definitely need to think about that. Now, we talked about this. We've just been talking about this already again. And this is why I love this article. Number 3 was friends. And it says, the friends you grew up with may soon become distant friends of the past. Now, a lot of the friends, I have to say, because I moved around so much as a kid, I made friends. I just never got to keep them because I was, in foster homes and children's home. And and then obviously when I was a temp, again, I made loads of friends. But if you're constantly moving around and, you just don't really get to keep them, kind of thing. And then especially when on top of that, if you're trying to be an entrepreneur and you're trying to be, doing other stuff, you're trying to be a singer and this and that. I've just realised now, when I look back and think about all the things that I was doing then, and obviously the things I am doing now, it's very hard to keep good, real friends around you, because that's a crazy life. When you're all over the place, isn't it? You're just like, true friends would obviously stick by you, but obviously in this day and age, it's very hard to find real true friends. So
it's hard to find real true friends without being an entrepreneur, without being in entertainment. It's just hard to find true friends in life. It really is.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, wow. And it says on here, you probably stay close to a select few, but which is, that's fine. Majority will, carry on in their ways of confined thinking, and you just think, well, obviously that's may at some point become a point of contention between you if they're constantly having that sort of closed mindset, and you might feel that they're sort of settling for average, which is fine. Like we said, if they're doing certain things and they're happy, that's good. But if they're just settling because they think that is how life should be, because Oprah Winfrey has said in one of her quotes, the best type of life is going after the things that you want to do in your life, living your dream life. So why settle for something when you're not happy? I have to say this, K-Rose. Okay, this is a good example. People are going to laugh, but I'm sorry. Okay, a good example for me was having, for example, a man or different guys pretend that they want to propose to you, for example. In my mind, I know it's a load of crap. I've said this before. But when I realised there's not really necessarily me they want, they just want someone. Why should I settle for that? Because they're looking at me thinking, yeah, she's a great proposition because she can be the housewife. No. You haven't asked me what I want. And if you asked me what I want, I would have told you, because I've already told you. You just wasn't listening when I said I don't want to marry you. Okay. Because they just keep on asking, or they just keep on bulldozing, trying to break you down. And you're like, well, no, because you're not supporting me in the things I do want to do. So this is how I know it ain't going to work, amongst other reasons, because you're not listening to me. But anyway, that's another show, people. So I'm just going to keep on rolling down the hill. Getting back to friends, okay? It says here, don't be surprised if some even turn against you, as success can make a person jealous really fast. And you just think, you know what, that's really true, because as I said earlier, that has happened, and I've just thought, But on the upside, it's saying here, you will meet newer individuals who share the same mindset as you. So this is a good thing, people. So, just be wary of that. If you have constant negativity from certain people, you may want to start to distance yourself. That's the gist of that. I'm just gonna keep it moving, because we are sharing this. It's Share Saturday, as I like to call it. So we are sharing this. You can go and look at this on the Ask Avani Show Twitter page and on the Ask Avani Show Facebook group page to look at the pod post and this article in full. Okay, free time. Now, time is very precious, because you can't get that back, can you, K-Rose?
Never.
So you have to be very careful how and who you spend it with, So, yeah, the social life, yeah, well, this thing says here, if you live for the weekends, then you're is broke. That's a swear word I'm substituting for. Because basically, the days of partying and drinking and clubbing and all that, is going to have to wait. But see, Rose, I had a very unconventional life in that arena, so I really didn't worry about that, because I did a lot of that when I was very young. So I'm not worried about that. So that can just keep on going. I don't worry about that sort of thing. We talked about this, isn't it? If you're the type of person who really has to be out and really needs to be seen on a regulars, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, all the time, then okay, being an entrepreneur maybe ain't going to work for you, because that's what you have to do. You have to work to get what you need. It's not going to happen. There's no, fairies and stuff to do the work. You got to do it. So, stability. Well, you may think that if you work a day job, then you'll have a bit more stability. But then again, we talked about this, isn't it? Because remember, you can be fired, people. So just be clear. Don't stay in the day job just because you feel that you have to. Stay in it because you want to, and still be aware that you could still be fired even if you want to be in that job. So just be aware. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, at least you know that you ain't going to fire yourself, because you've worked really hard to make that happen. So I'm not even going to say anymore. That's that. We could really go into it, K-Rose, but I'm not even going to say no more on that. Relationships, it can be tough to balance relationships. Yes, we've talked about this, isn't it? Relationships, marriage, family time. That is really hard. And unless you can find a really good partner who is prepared to put up with certain things because you're working so much, but obviously to get the rewards later on, if you find someone who really sticks by your side, please don't forget them, because that's a good thing to have, kind of thing. Oh my God. The personal wants, again, if you're only doing things, and I've said this a few times today and I'm going to say it again, if you're only doing stuff just for the money, you may stall. So
well, you can't survive if being an entrepreneur, which is one last little nugget I want to mention. You can't be an entrepreneur if you are doing it only for money. Will not work, cannot work, because
we need money, but
but I'm saying if you're doing it only for money, you have to have a passion for what you are doing, and it will generate money for you. But if you're doing it only for money, it's destined to fail.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a journey in itself, and it's they're saying growth. It's definitely a journey. And I said earlier at the beginning of the show, didn't I, that you're always going to be learning. I don't think there's anyone out there, especially as an entrepreneur, who can say they know every single thing, done it, did it, seen it. No. You're always going to be learning. There's always something new. So to me, that's growth, and that's a good thing. Growth is a good thing, because there's always something new to learn, and you grow in many ways, confidence and just in general. So it's a good thing to have that sort of thing. Oh my God, this is a good one. Sanity. Oh my word. If your sanity is tested, just be prepared, because it's going to be a crazy ride. And I definitely speak from experience on that one. Oh my God. Just be prepared to deal with the setbacks, the obstacles, the negativity, but look at the bigger picture, please, and see the rewards of a job well done, the satisfaction of doing something that you said you wanted to achieve. To me, there's nothing like that. And I don't mind what business you're in, there is nothing like the satisfaction of getting something done. And no one can take that away from you, which is probably one of the reasons why I have the mindset of I don't really tell people what I'm doing, K-Rose. This is a good thing. Sometimes you have to just keep things to yourself. And when it's done, you did it, finished. No one can put their grubby mitts on it. They can't put their bad mouth on it, as we say, and try and mess it up for you because you done that.
And that's good. And it's not that you're hiding it from anyone. No. But you're working on it, and sometimes if you mention something to someone and there is negative energy back from them, it's bad. I mean, I hate it when I get negative energy back from people.
Oh, yeah, but see, that's when those are the people to sort of stay away from.
Right.
You've got to stay away from them people. Oh, my goodness. K-Rose, where has the time gone?
We can't get it back. You just said that.
Exactly. Oh, my God. I have had far too much fun today because my time is running out on me, people. That is crazy. Wow. Whew. This has definitely been the Ask Avani Show. I want to take the time out to say a big shout out to listeners on Spreaker. Oh, and all the other channels that you have been listening on across the Get Global network. We know that you guys have been listening live and it's been fantastic. And we know that, wow, you're enjoying today's show content because you have been retweeting and commenting, so we are loving the love. Thank you so much for that. It's been brilliant. If you want to look at today's pod post, as I like to call it, you know what to do, because that is on LinkedIn and you can go and look at the pod post and other shows as well there. Oh my goodness, people, I have to start saying a big thank you to everyone who's been listening and joining in wherever you may be around the world, UK, USA, and worldwide. We love you. Now, just in case you missed today's show, it's going to be replayed again tonight, Saturday night, 9 p.m. UK GMT. And if you don't know how to keep in contact with us here on the Ask Avani Show, here goes. Twitter, at Ask Avani Show. You can join the Ask Avani Show Facebook group page. Come and find me on LinkedIn, everybody. I'm loving the love. K-Rose, so many people have come and found me on LinkedIn this week. It's been amazing. Avani, singer, songwriter. Come and find me on Instagram. I am there live and in effect at UK Soul Queen Diva. People, you can listen to the Ask Avani Show podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, and Spreaker. We have a lot of other things that are happening and coming for your enjoyment going forward. I have to take the time, as per usual, to say a thank you to K-Rose.
And you are welcome.
Oh, yes, it's been real, people. Oh, my goodness. I have had so much fun today. This has been a great show, as per usual. I do love what we do here. And, we are going to be on a radio near you again very soon. Yes, it has been real. Yeah, it's the UK Soul Queen Diva. I am signing out, saying a big thank you. And, yes, I definitely had something on my mind today. So, take care of each other, look after yourselves, and we'll be back very soon. Thank you. Bye. One time I had to turn away from you.
You have been listening to the Get Global Network podcast of the Ask Avani Show. You can hear the show live on Saturdays at 3 p.m. in London, 9 a.m. Central Time in the U.S. on SoMetro Radio, one of the original member stations of the Get Global Network. Listen to the show on the go or hear replays of previous shows by installing any of the Get Global Network apps, like SoMetro Magazine for your cell phone. The apps are available for download on both Google Play and iTunes App Store. Take the time to subscribe to our podcast via iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, or the Spreaker podcast networks.